Hi guys, welcome to Zeher DSA. So today we'll be solving a problem on count all digits of a number under a basic math section. So we'll be solving all the lead code, all the problems present in the TUF plus with our own, let's say we will try our own explanation, and we'll be solving all the problems on this particular uh, site, which is basically a TUF plus. So we'll try to solve all the problems. Okay, so we'll start one by one. So we'll start with the basic maths. So hopefully you guys must be knowing Java. So Java or any language, basically basic syntax, or like maybe you have a deep understanding on the loops, if condition, etc. So I won't be deep diving into that. So maybe you have already learned the basics, basics of programming. So we'll just continue with our problem. So the first problem states count all digits of a number. Okay, so the statement states that they have given an integer n. Okay, so they have given an integer n, and you need to return the number of digits present in a particular number. So if you see the examples over here, so they have given an n is equal to 4, which means there is only one integer which is present here. So it will just return 1. And in this case, if you see, there is 1 and 1 4, correct? So there are two digits. So it will be returning 2. And here 2 3 4. So 4 is 1, 3 is 1, 2 is 1, and 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So the total will be 3. And they are also mentioning that the number will have no leading zeros, but they won't have 2340. So they won't have a input on that. Okay, but they can have the input n is equal to 0, so except when the number is 0 itself. So in the constraint, if you see 0, so they can expect that n can also be 0. So if n is 0, n is 0, but the digit is 1, so you have to return 1 on that case. So, and if it is 234, it we can just return 3. Okay, so we'll go to the iPad, we'll have some deep dive into the concepts, and we'll come back in the solution. Yo. Okay, so let's solve this problem. So if you know the basic Java, you know that the what will the modulus operator do? Modulus operator always returns you the remainder of a particular division, correct? Similar way, divide will return you the quotient, correct? So what does that mean, and how will it use to solve our problem? Let's analyze. Okay, so let's say you have a number 1 2 3. Now what you have to find out is you have to find count the digit 3 2 1. So there are three digits, so you have to return 3 over here. But to count 3, you cannot, like, you have to do something. Like, for example, if you have an array 1 2 3, you can iterate it, correct? But you cannot iterate through this because it's a single number, you cannot iterate it. So what we have to do, we have to extract the digits. So how will you extract the digits? Let's see. Okay, what if I say 1 2 3 mod 10, what will this return you? Let's see, let's analyze. So if I divide this 1 2 3 with a 10, and here it will be 12, correct? 120, and the 3 will be the remainder. Obviously I can add a point and 0 here, and it will be 30, and obviously it will divide, correct? 12.3. But we are taking a integer variable, correct, data type basically, which does not contain point floating values or point values, correct? So the output is 3 over here, and the remainder is 3, correct? You know that if you want to extract any particular digit, if you do mod of that, it will return you the digit. But if you see the quotient reduced by one digit, correct? Again, if you do 12 mod 10, the digit will be 2, and the quotient will be 1, correct? Okay, so let's okay, so now what I meant is, if you divide this by 10, you will get always the always the quotient, correct? You will get the quotient. So the same logic I will be applying over here. So let's have a function which takes an integer n, Now I have to keep track of how many digits we were adding. So we can initialize the count variable to 0, and we can check if n not equal to 0, unless and until n not equal to 0, we can keep on increasing the count, and we can keep on dividing the number by 10, so that each time the digits get decreasing, correct? So once it is returning, once it is the n becomes 0, we can return the count. Okay, what does this program say? Let's try run, correct? So if you have 1 2 3, so here count is 0, fine, we will have a count variable, fine, count variable we have. So while n not equal to 0, what is n now? 123. Is it equal to 0? No, it will come inside and it will increase the count. So it will become 1, and it will decrease the digit by 10. Basically, if you do this, it will decrease the digit by 1. Okay, so the next n will be 12. Now again, n is 0, no, n is not 0, it is 12. So it will come here and it will increase the count, so count becomes 2. Again it will decrease 1 by 1, so it will decrease the count by 1. Then again n is not equal to 0 because it is equal to 1, so again it will come here and it will increase the count to 3, correct? Now it will do n by is equal to 10. Now when it does, since 1 by 10 is 0, so n becomes 0. Now what will happen? This while loop satisfies the condition, right? N not equal to 0, but n is equal to 0, so it will come out of the loop and it will return the count, which is basically 3. Got my point? But if I tell you in the problem statement, what if I given n is equal to 0, will my code work? The answer is no. Why? Let's analyze. So if n is 0, what is this condition doing? It is checking when n not equal to 0, correct? If n is not equal to 0, then when it will come inside the loop and it will increase the count variable. But it is not coming inside and it is directly returning me the count, which means whatever initialized the count variable was initialized, it will return that. Basically in this case it will return the output as 0, but which is not the case. So if it is n is 0, since 0 is also a digit, so it should be returning 1. That is the case. You can obviously write, if any case n equal to 0, just return 1. But let's say this can be also improved by certain few lines of code. Let's say, what if I tell you any digit less than 10 will always be 1? What I meant to say is 1 2 3 4 5 up to 9. If you see this 0, right? If you see this all contains one digit, correct? Why not you write? Why not you mention the same over here? Any case n is less than 10, just return 1. So it will be any case. If n is 9, directly return 1. Don't need to calculate this, perform this while go inside, do this. No need to do that. Directly you can return 1. So if it is not, if it is more than, if it is above 10 or equal to 10, we can perform all these operations. So that's the code about this pseudo code I have written. So we'll get back to the code editor and we'll write some code on that. Okay, so let's just code it. So the edge case is basically, if any case n is less than 10, just directly return 1. No need to perform any further actions, so directly return 1. Else have a variable count which is initialized to 0 until and unless my n becomes 0. Please increase the count by 1 and reduce the integer count by 1, correct? And you can return the count, correct? So what I'm doing, if any case n is less than 10, just return 1. Else create a variable called count, and please check whether the number is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, please come inside and keep on increasing the count and reduce a digit number by 1. So dividing by 10, it will always reduce the 1. So, and once that is the while operation is done, please return the count. So if I run this and submit this, hopefully it will pass all the cases. 13 to 13 past. So thanks for watching. So I'll be solving other some more problems. Like I'll be continue solving other problems, basic maths, basic arrays. So I'll be covering all the topics in this particular TUF course. So I'll be posting videos on that. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and share this with any needy person. Okay. So thanks again.